Hi, this is saxophonist Aisha DeBose, Lady E Flat, and you're watching Live at 9.
Welcome to Live at 9 on this Friday, August 23rd. I'm Corey Ventura in for Kanji Anthony this morning. Along with your latest news, weather, and trending topics, here's a look at our guest lineup for today. Well, there's a new effort to connect the community and local government. Shelby County Commissioner Charlie Caswell and Community Service Director Sandy Bromley join us to discuss a new program designed to strengthen ties across Shelby County. Then we sit down with a key player in the Memphis Police Department's Victim Services Program. Author Alicia Denton and Reverend Dr. Jonathan McReynolds from Full View Missionary Baptist Church will join us to talk about an important community forum. Plus, a University of Memphis business expert takes a critical look at why restaurants in Memphis and across the country are closing. But first, be sure to record our show so you never miss an episode, and connect with us online at WREG, at our website, liveat9.tv. Okay, well, topping our news this morning, a second former Memphis police officer facing federal and state charges in connection with the fatal beating of Tyre Nichols is expected to change his plea today. Emmett Martin III is scheduled to appear in federal courtroom in Memphis this morning. Now, he is one of the 5 former officers charged in Nichols' 2023 death. All 5 were indicted last year on federal charges that they deprived the 29-year-old FedEx worker of his rights. Martin's change of plea follows one of his co-defendants, Desmond Mills Jr., pleaded guilty to the federal charges last November. Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, and Justin Smith have pleaded not guilty to the federal charges. All 5 men are also charged in state court with, of course, second-degree murder. The state trial has been postponed until the federal proceedings are complete. Tyre Nichols was brutally beaten on January 7th of 2023. He died in the hospital 3 days later from blows to his head. Meanwhile, the parents of Tyre Nichols and their attorney are expected to hold a news conference later. Martin appears in court today. Nichols' family has filed a lawsuit against the city of Memphis in connection with his death. And for a second time in 12 months, the nation's largest public power supplier has decided to increase its rates. That means energy bills for Tennesseans, including Memphis Light, Gas, and Water customers, will go up. The Tennessee Valley Authority's board signed off on a 5.25% rate hike. Reporter Mark Kelly has more on when the increase kicks in and why critics call the TVA meeting, quote, a dog and pony show.
And they come along and just snap finger, and then here we go, up another 5.25%, and there's nothing anybody can do about it or even question it.
Dr. Stephen A. Smith is executive director of the Southern Alliance for Clean Energy. His group keeps a watchful eye on how TVA serves its customers. He says getting answers from TVA about rate hikes is challenging.
Unfortunately, we can't answer whether the rate increase is really necessary, because they don't do an open process to allow people to really understand what they're doing.
TVA says this new 5.25% hike will add $4.35 to the average electric bill starting October 1st, and that it needs the new revenue for infrastructure, as the Valley's population is growing 3 times the national average. For example, here at home, TVA is working to build a new natural gas plant in Cheatham County. This new 5.25% increase comes on the heels of last year's 4.5% hike. That's a nearly 10% hike. Dr. Smith says that's intentional. According to TVA's contract, the company can raise rates without negotiating with local power companies as long as the hike is less than 10% on a multi-year average.
And so what they've done is they've strategically targeted this right below 10%, which really prevents the local power companies from being able to go in and question the rate increase and be able to have any authority to push back on it and potentially renegotiate their contract with TVA.
Well, that was Mark Kelly reporting. Now, there are 2 parts of your electric bill, the base rate and the fossil fuel cost. The new 5.25% rate hike is added to your base rate. As for fuel costs, they change, and they have stayed lower for the past few months. Just like gas prices, though, that could quickly change, right? And that could send your bill even higher. Well, New Memphis is celebrating its 2024 Educator of Excellence honorees this morning. The award was launched back in 2018 to recognize the work of exceptional educators in our community. This year's recipients include teachers from Grizzlies Prep Charter School, Freedom Prep Academy, Whitehaven Middle, Compass Berkeley, Taylor Price, along with Memphis East High. Now, winners were announced during a special event held last night, held by New Memphis. Now, you can find out more about this year's honorees by visiting their website, newmemphis.org. Okay, well, now it is time to check out our forecast with weather expert Todd Demers. Now, Todd, we have been spoiled over the past few days, but I know it's going to get hotter outside.
I just wish this was a remote control rewind. Rewind the weather to earlier this week, right? Where we had those northerly winds and those comfortably cool conditions across the area, because summer is making its return here in the Mid-South as southerly winds and sunshine will be going a long way to warm us back up across the area. It's that big area of high pressure that we've been watching continuing to build and grow and kind of head in our direction, that big circulation around that area of high pressure. But again, a number of record high temperatures across Texas and Oklahoma. And over the next week, we are going to begin to feel more and more of that heat as our south and southeasterly winds have returned to the area. So temperatures are climbing, not rapidly. It's still mild out there this morning. We're right around 80 degrees. The humidity values will slowly start to build over the next 72 hours or so. So while it may be a pleasant start to the day, we will begin warming back up into the lower 90s throughout the course of the afternoon, and over the next several days we'll stair-step those temperatures all the way into the upper 90s by the middle of next week. But low 90s for this afternoon. The dry, warm weekend is here, and as we've mentioned, summer is back. But with it being so dry, I think it'd be a good time to get the car washed. That way you don't have to worry about it for about the next week before the next chances for rain roll back into town. Coming up, though, we're going to talk more about not only the weekend heat, but the heat for next week as well. That's showing up in the 7-day forecast.
Oh, I'm looking forward to some rain, I'll tell you that, though. All right, so Shelby County leaders want to strengthen the relationship between residents and local government. Well, one way they're doing that is through a new District Connector program. To learn more about the initiative, we're live with Shelby County Commissioner Charlie Caswell and Shelby County Division of Community Services Director Sandy Bromley.
All right.
Good morning to both of you.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. So for starters, talk to me about the program. What is it and how does it work?
Again, thank you for allowing us on the show, and excited about this work. It was some work that really started from when I was a grassroots leader in the community before running for office. We seen that the impact that was being made in our community was done because community was connected. And so many times in government, we don't see a lot of working together. When you talk about just yesterday, I had an ad hoc committee of the city, the county, the school board, everybody in that same meeting where we can have a unified legislative agenda. This is what that is about, bringing the community together so that they're connected to all of those resources in one space, and this is what the connectors are doing through community service.
And what does that look like from your point of view? How is that going to work?
Yeah, so practically speaking, we have 13 district connectors, one for each Shelby County Commission district. They are actually located in the Commission district, so we have sites in every one of the 13 districts. And they're getting to know the residents, they're getting to know businesses, getting to know nonprofits, grassroots organizations, faith communities, and making sure that they're connecting all of those people together. Like Commissioner Caswell said, I mean, we know that when we're working together, we're better. And so the whole point of the connector is really to pull those people all together.
So how do you become a connector, though?
So they are Division of Community Services employees.
Okay.
So earlier this year, we actually hired a total of 15 people. So we have 13 district connectors, a program manager, and then like a data lead person who is able to gather all the information that we're collecting. Because we are collecting information from all of our residents. We want to make sure we know what's unique about each district, what's good, what's working, and then what's not working. And so we're gathering that data constantly, analyzing it, sharing it with our county commissioners, and just making sure that we're trying to address the needs that are there.
What are some of the needs that you guys have collected so far that you've seen across all 13 sections?
Well, I just say, when you look at the trauma, we look at the news every day, the fact that many of these individuals don't understand or are not connected to mental health service, counseling, things that help them get over day to day. When we talk about the deep-rooted issues that's happening in our community, that's what the connectors are doing. So many times people have to leave Fraser to go to other communities to get resources that's right there in their community. So helping them to drive that in a better way is what these connectors are doing. I'm excited about what they just did with Greenlaw Community Center Center, where they have partnered to come together, have a district connector with the city of Memphis inside of that community center, where residents are able to get connected with the Aging Commission, get connected to rental and other assistance and things that community services are offering. Bringing it right to their doorstep is what's happening now.
Which is super important, because we know sometimes, like, you may have numerous opportunities, like say there's some sort of resource, but if you can't get to that resource, that resource no longer exists for you.
Yeah.
How are you guys going to tackle that?
So certainly transportation always comes up in every conversation around needs across our community. And so one of the ways, like Commissioner Caswell said, one of the ways we're trying to do is reduce the barriers to services by meeting people where they're at. And so that's why, like I said earlier, we're having the district connector sit in the county commission districts. They're literally out there in Millington. They're in Raleigh. They're in places so that people can contact them, even if they don't have transportation. They can give them a call. Just say, hey, I need some assistance getting this type of service, or even if we could provide some transportation assistance, would I be able to go downtown for a different service, et cetera.
Oh, okay. And so how long is this going to last, and when will residents start to see the conversations they did have? When will they see action take part? When will that happen?
Well, I'll just throw this in real quick. They can see this Tuesday at 6 o'clock at the dwelling place, 3034 Old Austin P Highway. They can come out at 6 o'clock, and again, we're going to have those community conversations so we can talk about next steps for District 6. And they're going to be taking this throughout the city to other districts where they're able to come to the table and bring that information, and we can see results. If we're, as a commissioner, know what's happening and what the needs are, we don't have to do cookie cutter. What's happening in Collierville is not what's happening in Raleigh. So we want the people from Raleigh, Nutbush, Unincorporated to come to the table with that on this Tuesday at 6 o'clock.
Now, sometimes people are nonstop and they don't have time to come to one of those meetings, or they're not being met where they're at because they're literally running around trying to get taking care of their life, basically. So how can they connect with you guys outside of being physically in front of you?
Absolutely, and that's a great question. So the very easiest way, there's an email address. It's just connect@shelbycountytn.gov. So connect@shelbycountytn.gov. And if you just want to Google, or when you're on Facebook, Shelby County Community Services, all that information will pop up as well.
And then also, you guys, is it Rep Your District and Shape Shelby? Are those two things that you guys are also utilizing on social media?
Absolutely. So Rep Your District is just that. We're trying to show what's good about each commission district, right? We know we often hear what's bad or struggling in our community. We have so much good going on in our community, and so on our social media you will see directly from residents what they love about their district.
Love it, you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much
I
for
really
having us.
appreciate you guys filling us in exactly what's going on, and if you want to get involved, please meet up or send an email or go through social media as well. Thanks,
Pastors,
guys.
police, politician, parent, principal, proprietors, everybody.
We need everybody to have a voice. Absolutely. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, well, there's so much more on Live at Night ahead. So a local author is teaming up with an area church to help survivors with their grief and trauma. We'll explain how you can get involved. That and so much more coming up on Live at 9. Welcome back to Live at 9 on this Friday morning. Well, hopefully you were able to enjoy the cooler temperatures because, of course, our luck is apparently about to run out. Let's head over to Todd Demers, our weather expert, who is, of course, tracking our weather for the weekend. Todd,
yes,
our luck can only last for so long. We know it.
We just called it a break from the summer.
Yes.
It was a nice, long, significant break. We all enjoyed it tremendously, but we're coming into the last week of August and then into September, which, you know, I oftentimes talk about this is a day of transition when it comes to weather. I would call September a month of transition, okay, as we get ready to say so long to summer. But yes, we do have some warm air that's back in town for us as we make our way through the weekend, but it's going to be very dry. So if you have outdoor plans, that's fine. They're not going to be interrupted, but please remember to hydrate and drink lots of water and check on your loved ones because of the heat. Clean sweep on Storm Tracker 3S, but as you can see, our southerly winds are indeed back, and that's really going to begin our warm-up. They've already had heat advisories and heat warnings back down through the Central Plains. That heat is now expanding and is going to continue to cover much of the Central Plains and us right here in the Mid-South. After days of temperatures in the 80s, we're now going to be looking at mid and upper 90s by the middle of next week. Right now, though, we're transitioning with upper 70s and lower 80s across the area. We'll be nearing 90 before the day is through. We hit 89 for the high yesterday. 91 and 72 are considered normal for this time of year. 81 south winds, 10 to 15 miles an hour right now. Our temperatures will be near 90 by lunchtime, and then throughout the afternoon, this computer model is trying to introduce a few pop-up showers in the area. I think you will find yourself extremely fortunate if you find one. The air is extremely dry right now, and I do not expect much in the way of rainfall over the next couple of days. By bedtime, we're in the lower 70s, and at daybreak tomorrow morning, some low 60s for the surrounding areas, but near 70 for most to get the day started, and a pretty rapid warm-up. We're back into the low 90s for highs by tomorrow afternoon. Low and mid-90s, actually, for the next couple of days. So dry is the big weather word. Hot is the other one over the next 3 days, but with the humidity slowly returning, we're still looking at some fairly comfortable conditions through the weekend, even with the heat, and it will be in the middle of next week before we really begin to see the humidity values starting to climb and maybe start talking about heat index values once again. So for today, it's warming into the low 90s. For the weekend, mid 90s, but dry. And then as we head through next week, this is when there's the possibility of some heat advisories. We'll probably see heat index values going over 100 by the middle of next week, but will we see anything over 105? So that'll be a question mark, but it'll certainly be uncomfortable. And I think it'll be a great night for baseball once again with the Redbirds playing this evening again. It'll be a warm start, but a very mild evening if you're heading out and about later on this evening. We'll continue to keep an eye on these temperatures. Remember, it's going to be warm but dry as we make our way through the weekend. Live moment.
Welcome back to Live at 9. Alicia Denton is a licensed psychotherapist, author, and victim services supervisor with the Memphis Police Department. And Reverend Dr. Jonathan McReynolds is a senior pastor of the Full View Missionary Baptist Church in Bartlett. Well, they are working together to help people dealing with grief, trauma, and other mental health related issues. Now, to learn more, Alicia and Dr. McReynolds are here today. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
So for starters, how did you guys team up? Because you guys are doing great things together. How did you guys come about?
We met on a local radio show. Chip Washington, who is a local radio personality, had us both on the show to talk about mental health and spirituality. And so we did a radio show together about 2 months ago on the subject matter. And then in personal discussions, we realized that it was a good intersection that we were at and thought it would be an opportunity to continue the work. And that's how we came together on this collaboration.
And it's called Full View Health Moments.
Mental health moments.
Mental health moments.
And what we've done is each Thursday during the month of August, we've met to discuss different mental health issues and how we can increase the awareness of individuals with mental health and wellness to help themselves and their families.
Alicia, talk to me about how the need in our community.
Tremendous need in our community. Unfortunately, working within the department and being a psychotherapist and working in trauma for over 20 years, it's ever so prevalent now, more so than ever, trauma because of community violence, because of domestic violence, sexual assault. So in our city, unfortunately, we have so many individuals that are hurting from trauma. And sometimes it can come off as people thinking it's anger, depression, anxiety, not knowing that the underlying root of it all relates back to that trauma and what they've experienced.
So over the past Thursdays that you guys have already had some meetings, and you've got one coming up this Thursday, what have you seen and what was the reception like?
I think the reception has been wonderful. It has created an open door for dialogue, discussion, and for people to have personal reflection on their lives. And so one of the things that I wanted to create as a pastor is an opportunity for awareness and access for people to have a personal awareness about their mental health, their wellness, and then have an opportunity to have access to a professional like Alicia Denton to where they could go and pursue professional services to help for healing in their life situations.
Yeah, and I know that, Alicia, that you talk about coping with trauma. What are some things that people can do if they're unable to make it out to these Thursday meetings? What are some things that people could do on their own that could help them cope with what they're going through?
A lot of what I tell those, because it is about providing awareness, because you don't know what you don't know, as they say.
Yeah.
So when someone's going through trauma, I tell individuals, pick a coping strategy and grow with it, because one size doesn't fit all. You can have relaxation techniques, journaling, and that may not work for you, but hey, exercise works for me, or mindful meditation, I can feel good about that, or dancing. So we have to kind of know, what fits the individual, and just grow with it and continue with that. Is kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. What led you to write this book?
So, Under the Purple Clouds, it's a compilation of poetry, actually, and about trauma, other life challenges. And what I wanted to do, my goal with writing the book and this poetry, is to capture to get a visual image of what a victim may be going through, or what a person, I'm telling their story. But not only am I telling their story, I'm also providing coping strategies within it of how to handle those situations. So that's the beauty of this book, and that's what I wanted to do, because I am a helper by nature. So I also give this out to my patients as well. So I want them to be encouraged and to utilize that book, and also provide positive affirmations for whatever you're going through, whether you're in the storm, going through a storm, coming out of a storm. Under the Purple Clouds will help you during that healing journey and your recovery.
I love that.
Yeah.
And what do you hope people will take away from these sessions that you guys are holding every Thursday?
I hope that people will take away from these sessions that it's okay to manage your mental health and your wellness. For so many years and generations, people felt like it wasn't okay to see a therapist. It wasn't okay to talk about mental health. And particularly in the faith community, there's always been a perception that spirituality and mental health and wellness were in opposition with one another, which I believe professionally they work in collaboration with one another. You have to have good spiritual health, you have to have good mental health, and they work in tandem with one another. They have to be in balance. So I just pray that people can walk away from these sessions and realize, hey, it's okay to sit down and talk with a counselor or a therapist. It's okay if I realize I'm depressed and I need help, so that people don't sit in suffering and silence and not pursue the resources that are available to them.
Right. It's okay to reach out to talk to somebody.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for both for being here and sharing
you.
in the book. Fantastic. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Okay, so from major chains to locally owned eateries, the restaurant industry appears to be experiencing a wave of closures across the country. Well, coming up, a local expert weighs in on what could be to blame and discuss the future of dining out. Okay, so inflation, according to the Fed's preferred measure, has tumbled from a peak of 7.1% in 2022 to just 2.5% now. With inflation appearing to be slowing, we've wanted to find out why so many restaurants here in the Mid-South and across the country are shutting down this year. Dr. Radesh Palakuthi is with Kimmons Wilson School of Hospitality and Resort Management at the University of Memphis, and he joins us this morning to look at the trends in the industry. But I want to first start off with the school. Tell me about the school.
Thank you very much for inviting us. Kimmons Wilson School is one of the 13 academic institutions at the university. We specialize in hospitality, sport, and culinary arts. We have a campus in Cordova, the Kimmons Wilson Culinary Institute. This is founded by a donation from the Kimmons Wilson family. As you know, they're a gift to the city. They do a lot. They donated the hotel, and we started the school in the hotel. We have great support from the administration, the professional organization. So we're doing really well.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So for starters, we want to know, we were talking about the National Restaurant Association saying that the competition is pretty good and very strong, but 38% of restaurants were not profitable this past year. And so is inflation to blame?
Yes, COVID was one of the worst things that happened, and we were the most impacted.
Yeah.
And it broke the profit formula in the restaurant industry. So we always had 65% what we call the prime cost, labor and food cost, and now we're having to pay a lot more for labor. Because what happened is we lost about more than 1 million people that transitioned out of the restaurant industry when the restaurants closed. We're spending a lot of money to bring them back, retrain them. And I remember when I first moved to Memphis, we were paying $7 to $12 an hour. Now you won't find anybody until you pay $20 to $21 an hour.
I mean, do you think that's correlated to the cost of living? I mean, you have to be able to pay a proper living wage.
Absolutely, yeah. Cost of living and the food costs have gone up too. And the fact that you just can't find people. So there are lots of opportunities. There are people losing people to the warehouses. The Amazon warehouses, so it's a competition and they pay very well. So the industry is struggling to find people, and they can't find them, skilled people especially. Chefs are skilled.
Yes, yeah,
they
super
cost
skilled.
more. And so they're just having to pay more.
Yeah.
That's all there is.
I feel like being a restaurant owner is already a tough thing to do.
Right.
But I feel like it's tougher even now. Because in addition to, locally and nationally, I think are two different things. So locally, I feel like in addition to the cost of labor and cost of food, now a lot of business owners are having to add security to their costs.
Yes.
And in addition to raising the prices to be able to be more sustainable.
Right. And that's definitely a factor. The image the city has, unfortunately. Cheesecake Factory is one of the victims of that. Even though nationally they're doing really well, this is one store that did not make it. And you can talk about the difference between local and national chains. There are some remote decisions that the companies make that have local impact. You have, restaurants that actually, the lobster chain that we have.
Yeah, Red Lobster.
Red Lobster.
So is it just underperforming in our city, or they just have to restructure it to begin with, and one just happens to be in our area?
Red Lobster was bought out by Thai shrimp manufacturing company, and they had this all-you-can-eat shrimp program. And that didn't go very well. So they lost a lot of money, and they had to file for bankruptcy. So that's sort of the impact that you have locally when a national chain makes a decision that doesn't work well.
But you also see those family-owned businesses, that the ones that you have grew up going to, they're closing. It just breaks your heart.
Yeah, it does. And it's a tough time. Some of the established restaurants have a harder time changing.
Changing how so?
Changing with the market taste, the recipes, the equipment, the innovation that comes in. You need to have an eye on the taste. This is an industry that changes very quickly. So City Silo is a very good example of a restaurant that's doing really well, and they're expanding, and they're fresh products, innovation.
Healthier options.
So, and that whole segment of it's called fast casual.
Yes.
And so the trend is to move towards the lower price options with fresher taste, healthy options. So if you're not doing that, you're going to have trouble.
This is fascinating insight. So how are we looking moving forward? Are people going to keep dining out, or are people going to hold on to their money?
Absolutely. People love eating out. As we like to say in our industry, the restaurants are what we call the third place. You have the home, the office, and then you eat out at restaurants to socialize. We're not stopping going to restaurants. We'll keep spending money. The outlook is very good, but there are some hiccups locally. We have the renovation coming for the FedEx Forum and Liberty Bowl. So that will have an impact on number of people, the events that we have in the city. So we're a little bit worried about that. But it's just once we have all that done, it's all fantastic.
So nice to have you here and give us insight to that. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Pleasure meeting you.
Okay, well, it's who you did not seeing during the final night of the Democratic. That's for sure not who you saw in the DNC. That has everybody talking this morning. We'll look at all of that trending topics coming up on Live at 9.
It's time for Coffee with Corey, brewed in part by Kroger.
Well, you know, when Kanji is out, that means Todd Demers is going to be spilling the tea. Because we don't, in addition to Coffee with Corey, we have Tea with Todd.
That's right.
What you got going on today?
Well, there's a lot going on. I don't know how late you stayed up last night.
I mean, I was in bed. I was checking Twitter, though, or X. I was checking X to see who was showing up.
I was waiting to see what was going to happen because from social media to the seats inside Democratic National Convention, all eyes glued to the stage last night. But it wasn't just to hear from the nominee for president. For days, rumors were spreading that the DNC would host megastars Taylor Swift and/or Beyonce. After all, Vice President Kamala Harris received Beyonce's blessing to use one of her songs on the campaign trail. Internet buzzing for hours leading up to last night's event, with people posting alleged video of a motorcade carrying Swift or Beyonce. Then outlets like TMZ began reporting that the Queen Bee herself would be making an appearance, claiming they'd confirmed the details. But in the end, only Beyonce's song Freedom was heard through the loudspeakers at the convention as Harris walked out on stage. About 30 minutes before the vice president's appearance, the Hollywood Reporter even posted a story quoting a representative for Beyonce saying, quote, she was never scheduled to be there. I think everybody was hoping and wishing.
Who did it start with? We're coming after you.
Yeah, but and then I think people were saying, well, wait a minute, where's Travis playing football this weekend? And she can't be in two places at one time.
Right. I mean,
I think there will be a time and a place for that, and that just wasn't it.
That wasn't it, because you don't want to
stage the future.
Exactly. Exactly. So, yeah, but I think we were all kind of glued to social media to see what was going on.
Speaking of social media, taking it way back, if you're a longtime user, you probably remember the days of something that was called MySpace and adding music to your profile. Now that was back in the early 2000s, and we no longer have MySpace, but that apparently is not stopping another platform. Instagram announcing a new feature this week where they're adding a music feature similar to what MySpace used back in the day. So according to Instagram, you can add a song to your profile and it will stay live until you swap it out for another one. But unlike MySpace, that song won't automatically play. Instead, profile viewers can decide to play or stop that track. To use the feature, users can add a song by going to the Edit Profile page, and there you can search for and select a track from Instagram's library of licensed music and select a 30-second long portion of which song you want to add. Oh, now I get it. I didn't realize you had to go to their library. I like this song called I'm Your Weatherman by Delbert McClinton. It's from the movie, Groundhog Day.
Very fitting.
And then there's a ton of other weather songs, like, raindrops keep falling on my head, or I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. What about you?
I mean, of course, anything Taylor Swift.
Sure.
I mean, so long live. I knew you were going to ask me that. Long live.
Right.
Yeah, that would be my Taylor Swift pick of choice at the moment, because you can totally change. It depends on how you're feeling.
She only has a couple of songs.
I mean, just a few.
Goodness gracious, 5 hours worth. Hey, sports fans typically wave, those signs, giant foam fingers, or even pom-poms while cheering on their favorite teams. But you have to see this to believe it, because this guy dares to be different. Camera crews capturing this man wearing you guessed it, a broccoli shirt and dancing with 2 stalks of broccoli while watching the Oakland A's and Tampa Bay Rays earlier this week. Turns out this guy is apparently well known across the Pacific Northwest for dancing with the vegetable at sporting events, from Western Washington University athletics to the Seattle Mariners, Seahawks, and Sea Wolves games. Jim Stewart Allen, no stranger to the Jumbotrons. According to an article on westernfrontline.com, Allen is an alumni of Western Washington University, and he actually got to start waving potatoes at the famous Idaho Potato Bowl back in 2020. He then moved on to broccoli, which he says is his favorite vegetable. Allen says he eats about a Costco-sized bag of raw broccoli each week, according to the Seattle Met. And when he's not waving those florets around, the 30-something-year-old is a substitute teacher. Allen reportedly pretty superstitious as well, often uses the same crowns of the veggie for days on end, or until, quote, the mojo runs out, or they start to get stuffed and stale and stinky, I suppose.
Very interesting. I mean, like the chop broccoli.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, somebody wants some Jumbotron time.
Somebody wants to be on TV. That's what that's about.
Locally, I'm going with the Bongo Lady, because
of course,
that made
you can never go wrong with Bongo
more
Lady.
sense. But
that's just iconic.
Everybody carving out their own little niche. I don't think I'd have gone in that direction, but it works for him.
But it's healthy. It's nice. It's good.
I don't think we get to see him eat any of that. He's just waving it around.
That is true. More so if it's like day after day after day.
The broccoli board is going to sign him up for some commercials, I'm sure.
There you go. Hey, Tea with Todd, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Really, really appreciate it. Well, the new school year is in full swing, but if you're still checking off your supply list, you will want to stick around. Coming up, a look at some of the top organizational must-haves for your students.
The school year is upon us, and whether the kids are embarking on their first year of kindergarten or heading off to college, you'll want to make sure they're organized. And joining us now with products to keep your student on track this school year is Senior Director of Content Operations from BestReviews.com, Jacob Palmer. You have a really big setup here, so let's start with this. Tell me about this.
It's from Umbra, and it's a caddy organizer that allows you to basically keep all of your space organized, and it works in a bunch of different areas. So right now we've got it set up for the desk. So obviously you got the markers, highlighters, pens, all of that. And especially when we start thinking about all these supplies, all of the things you need, it's a great way to make sure that you're organized. Take one little stressor away.
Well, we also need to talk about keeping kids with their stuff and not losing it. So what do we have there?
And I've got a little one, you know, my 2-year-old, we're about to send her off to daycare for the first time, and she doesn't come home with a bunch of her classmates' stuff. Her classmates don't go home with all of her stuff. And that's where these come in. They're from Mabel's Labels, which is a fun little small company that we love because they're so customizable, perfectly customizable to the kid's personality and whatever they're into. So you can do that, and then they're also very parent friendly in that they're easy to wash and they're easy to take off. They can go through a dishwasher or a washing machine.
Okay, what else is next?
So obviously lunchtime is a big consideration always. And so what we've got is a whole slew of products from Packet, and starting with the bags over here, because you can throw these directly into the freezer, and they've got gel packs inside of them that are freezable and allows you to basically meal prep for the child that's going to be going off to school. So, and lastly, we also like how they're top load, so you can open them up. You've got the whole thing in front of you. And then the other product we have here is from BentGo, and they're basically bento boxes for children going to schools.
Okay, moving on. Tell me about this here.
So now we've got this, which we had to kind of hide away because it's that big. But it's a 365-day calendar that helps you organize the entire family.
Wow.
And for anybody who's got multiple kids, they'll tell you that is one of the biggest challenges, is making sure you know where's soccer practice this week, where's the recital. You got to make sure we're going to everything and we're on time. This allows you to do that. They've got a bunch of different options for what kind of markers you can use on it, also what kind of labels you can use on it, so that everybody stays organized, everybody stays on time, everybody gets to what they need to go to, which is not always an easy thing to pull off.
No, not at all. All right, what tech do you have for us?
Okay, so we've got this one for the college student heading off. It's from JLab, and it's a set of headphones called the JLab Mini. And what we love about these is they're super affordable, great to send them off to school with, and they also sound great for being a pair of headphones you can get for less than $50.
Okay, amazing. And one other thing over here, kids need their technology, college kids, because they don't have their parents anymore to wake them up, right?
That's right. And so that's where the Lofty comes in here, and it's an awesome wake-up alarm clock that for whoever uses it. It's great for little kids too, because it can go and work as a night light if that's what they're used to, or it can completely black out so they won't see anything in the room. And also what we like about it too is it works as a white noise machine. So if you grew up getting used to a white noise machine to kind of soothe yourself to sleep, you don't have to move away from that.
Is that right? You have something fabulous over here that's going to keep everyone organized. Tell me about this last thing.
And this is also from Umbra, and it's a garment rack that obviously has a bunch of different things that can work with it. You can set it up with the shoes if you want to. It also obviously works to augment the closet space if you don't have a ton of hangable space. And so it's great for that as well. Again, a very affordable product and great for that college student that, you know, isn't quite sure how much space they're going to get to be able to organize. This is going to be able to do it. And the best part about this, it takes not that long to set up. So if you're getting ready to send your kid off to college and you're already getting a little bit worried about spending all of that time putting things together, this is a breeze.
Jacob, you have brought all of these fantastic items to get everyone organized, get them ready for school, and set them up for success. I appreciate you.
And thanks so much.
Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. And for more on these products and others, head to bestreviews.com or scan the QR code on your screen.
Time now 8 minutes before the top of the hour. Welcome back, everyone, to Live at 9. We're across the Mid-South today. We're expecting more sunshine, the return of southerly winds, and temperatures that will be climbing steadily over the next week to 10 days. We've been watching that strong area of high pressure out west already creating heat advisories and heat warnings and record high temperatures across Texas and Oklahoma. That heat is going to be expanding into the Mid-South by the middle of next week. Right now, though, temperatures are holding in the upper 70s and lower 80s. We're on our way to near 90 by lunchtime today and some low 90s before the day is through. And while, yes, we do have the southerly winds, don't expect the humidity values just to jump all at once. It's going to take several days before we really begin to feel the humidity factor within the weather here in the Mid-South. Overnight tonight and by daybreak tomorrow when you're getting your day started, we're looking at some upper 60s and lower 70s and another warm day ahead. Partly sunny skies, highs back into the low and mid 90s. But the bottom line is the dry weather pattern is going to continue for probably the next 7 days. I know we're all saying we could use a little bit of rain, but right now all what we're getting is the heat. But when you look at the heat index values today, they're only in the mid 90s, and the same is going to hold true for tomorrow, low and mid 90s. That's the way it's going to be feeling. So once again, even though the southerly winds are back, the humidity values are fairly low, and the comfort index is going to be pretty nice as we make our way through the weekend into early next week. So basically, we're just going to have to do battle with the heat over the next few days. Remember to drink lots of water. Even with the south winds returning, expect some mid-90s over the weekend and right on into next week. Remember how I said the temperatures just will continue to climb? Now, I put a question mark by that heat advisory. Next week with those upper 90s, we could see heat index values approaching 105, but it would probably be the middle of next week before we have to consider a heat advisory. And right now, we do not have much in the way of rain chances, Corey. Those rain chances are minimal as we make our way towards the end of next week and into the weekend.
Those wind particles coming in from the south. Well, a new season of Frasier is on the way, and Zoe Kravitz debuts as a director. Danya Backus has your eye on Entertainment Report.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, welcome back to the room in which I changed your lives forever.
Does it seem like he's gearing up for something?
Yep.
Frasier is gearing up for season 2.
This is Dr. Frasier Crane. I'm listening.
The psychiatrist continues reacclimating to Boston with new challenges and relationships when the show returns September 19th on Paramount+. Zoe Kravitz co-wrote and directed the dark thriller Blink Twice, about a tech billionaire who invites a cocktail waitress to his private island for a dream vacation with his friends.
Did we just jet off to a billionaire's island with a bunch of strangers? No, he's not a stranger. He's Slater King.
But paradise isn't what it seems.
There's something weird going on here.
Channing Tatum plays the mysterious billionaire.
Most of the things I've played, I've connected to on some level. Like I've brought some personal part of myself into, and I couldn't do that with this one. I had to really just make something up and really go there into the abyss.
Blink Twice is in theaters today. Also at the movies today, the dark comedy Greedy People.
Don't kill anybody unless you really have to.
A rookie cop and his rogue partner steal $1 million from a crime scene and set off a mad dash for cash among their island's quirky townspeople. But soon, people start to die.
I came to your house to kill your wife, but your wife was already killed. Somebody else killed her? That's just awful.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Hamish Patel play the police officers. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Well, thank you for joining us for Live at 9. Coming up tomorrow on our show, we continue to highlight the work of local nonprofits during Black Philanthropy Month. Learn how the Collective Blueprint builds pathways to thriving careers. Then meet the University of Memphis professor who's releasing a new album soon. Nick Black will also perform live in our studio, and where you can get the best deals for your Labor Day cookout. All that plus your latest news, weather, and of course trending topics on the next Live at 9. And of course, we want to hear from you. Email your segment ideas to live@9@wreg.com. Be sure to visit our website to catch on any segments. Have a great weekend.